Hello and welcome everybody. So this time we're going to do a Total War Warhammer. I'm going to try as best as I can with them harassing me most of the time to
Woohoo!
yeah, they're all here again. We probably won't hear much from Ben today, but I will have the two of the loot goblins harassing me during this. We do have the radius mod installed. I recommend this bar none 100% when playing any Total War Warhammer game. And it makes it so much better. It gets rid of the... It makes the siege battles, which there are lots of, slightly more tolerable. They are not great, but they're better. And what else? Yeah, so what it does is it nerfs the towers down. And when you're doing a siege, it's 1,000 times better. When you start this game, bare bone basic, the starting towers reach all the way across the map. There's really, it leaves you with one option for sieging. Rush it. Run up the towers, because if you don't do that, you'll get annihilated. So, we're going to do kind of like what we did last time. We're going to go to campaigns, new campaign. I'm not going to do the whole Eye of the Vortex thing. It's neat, just not my bag of chips. I like to try to take over the entire world. Thank you.
I am Tyrion,
Right.
heir of Anarion.
What do you guys think? We have the elves.
There is no
This world.
Teclis, Lord Master of Hoenn. We must preserve this world.
Here we got the Lizard Men, Lord Mazamunde. Lizard Men. Kind of an Aztec vibe to him. He's the crocodile. We got the Dark Elves. He's very, well, he just has lots of horns, we'll put it that way.
Heed me or perish.
The whole dominatrix thing going on there.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
Exactly. Very Slanesh based
Revel
crew.
in slaughter with me.
Sounds like a woman, looks like a man. Never been quite sure what this one is. Very
It's a pat.
Slanesh. Yeah.
Kraken Lord of Karand Kar.
You can call you what you want, you're Cthulhu. Or a Cthulhu wannabe.
Son of Hag Grief.
Very, ooh, glowy. And then we have my personal favorite.
No one controls Warlord Queen.
Skavenses. Big clan Pestilence. Oh, wait, no, actually. That's the main clan. And then you got
Chief Master of Deep Warrens.
these guys here, little rat men. My personal favorite is Clan Scary. And then
Yes, yes. Away.
basically the ninjas. Then we have our Vampire Coast. As it sounds, they're vampires and whatnot. They're basically, you know, what's that? What was that movie
Which one?
with the undead pirates? Why does my brain hurt?
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You say it like it's easy, but in my mind, I went to go think of the word anyway. Whew. Out the window.
The Dread Fleet comes for you.
Blood, salt, and plunder!
She's got double peg legs and a peg arm. She didn't fare well. Wait, does she have double peg arms? How does that work? How does she hold anything?
The final!
And then you have, oh, what's her name? Oh, God. From Disney movie.
I don't know.
Mermaid. Little Mermaid. The weird squid lady.
Ursula.
Yeah, this is basically Ursula from that.
Ah.
That's the way I picture it.
All bow before the imperishable.
And then we have It's another undead faction. One second. I thought I was.
You are not.
There you go.
Oh, that helps. Thank you.
There we go. That would be why the banter was off. It was on delay. Sorry about that. So, yeah, we have the undead faction here. Yeah, see, here's Ursula.
Sintra?
See what I mean, though? That's Ursula.
Oh, yeah. Like, opera singer.
And then we have the
Sintra,
Pharaohs.
like Sintra the Imperishable.
Sintra the Imperishable? Where's that?
It was a Cetra, but it looks like it says Sintra. Like he's in Nissan.
Oh. Well, he does have a chariot.
Join with us, exiles.
They're kind of neat. They get free troops to a certain degree, which is kind of a neat aspect of it. You get a certain number of them for free. They aren't my bag.
All vampires shall pay.
This woman has like all the Nagas and stuff like that.
You played this one before and you got totally stomped. She wasn't
We played
like your
this
play
one.
style.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not my play style. This guy too. This whole faction is not really my style. The undead are okay. From my understanding, they're helped a lot by the Radius mod, so I might go back and play them again now that I have the Radius mod.
Bring me to my men.
And then one of the newer updates is the Empire here. You have
Do
him,
not
Mr.
waste
Golden
my
Mask.
potential.
I don't know why it both bothers me and intrigues me to play as this individual.
Balthazar?
Yeah, Balthasar.
His head is too spiky.
And this dude is... I don't know. I haven't played these guys yet. He says he's hard. He looks very... like Russian, I want to say, or French. French almost. Like a French-Russian kind of infusion going on there with that hat.
With
And
a
then we
feather.
have the dwarves.
Very
This-
snazzy.
Take the realms.
That is a beard.
That is a beard. I am jealous
Oh.
of that beard. I wish I could have that beard. Your dad has that beard.
He kind of does.
We'll name your dad Thorgrim from now on. How does that sound?
Good luck with that.
You have my axe.
This is a beard too, though. That's a pretty good beard too.
I've threatened to braid yours.
I know.
That's what your hair looks like in the morning, though.
Hey.
I must fulfill my
Wish my hair looked like that. That'd be cool.
That would be kind of cool.
But I was thinking we'd play some orcses today.
You are very partial to the orcses.
Yes, they are. They are my favorite faction. I do not like their main mechanic, however, in this. I love the warg call thing, but if you ever get into a lull while playing with them, you start losing troops. It's quite irritating. And then you got the...
Ground's whispering.
He gets, yeah.
He has glowy eyeballs.
He's
Why does he have
glowy
glowy
eyeball.
eyeballs?
I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. That's warg energy. Because he believes he needs glowy eyeballs. So therefore his eyeballs will glow. And then we got this guy. I've always liked him. He's kind of neat.
He dances.
I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Very kind of a Polynesian orc vibe going on there. Then we have our regular vampire counts. They're all of these are a new edition. Or newer edition, anyways. Again, I'm just not partial to the vampire playstyle. The whole undead thing.
King of Darkness.
So, okay, so they try to say, oh, you have throwaway troops and things like that. Things that don't cost a lot.
Yeah.
Well, every time I hire a chief or a warlord or something like that to raise an army, they have 20 slots. That's many troops. That's a maximum number of troops you can put in any army.
Okay.
So the point of throwaway troops is troops that can die, and in this case, more often than not, they'll come back after the fight, right?
Right.
But you lose troops in the battle of this. So losing troops costs time, money, things like that. Now, it doesn't cost you very much money in this, or very much time. However, if I've got a 1 stack sitting in a castle, defending it,
Mhm.
and I have nothing but throwaway troops in there, or I have a bunch of throwaway troops, I can't defend that against 2 stacks of non-throwaway troops, even though I've got defenses. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
the throwaway troops are great if you have 3 warlords to run around with. But each one of those warlords tacks on cost to your troops every single time. Does that make sense? So every time I hire a new warlord, it's costing me more money per troop. It compounds.
Yeah. So they're free, but not really all that free.
Exactly.
Isabella von Karstein.
The Countess Bathory kind of deal here.
Darkness come.
And he's not even a vampire, he's just a wizard.
He's
I
just a
guess
creepy
the Norse
wizard.
folks, these guys are
Undeniable.
chaos and kind of going on.
He really likes the skulls, like a lot.
I do like skulls.
Yeah.
And then we have this dude.
Eat my enemies.
He eats his enemies, as you just heard.
Apparently so.
Nope. Apparently
Not
he
that one,
didn't
though.
Smell good. These guys are.
The
He's normal,
eternal
but he is hard. I've tried to play him
champion
before
wants
in
to hold
original World of Warhammer. But, oh, the
My blade is
Bretonians.
ready.
Very English-based nonsensicalness. I don't know why they all like stabbing swords in the ground. If you ever have a sword, don't stab it in the ground. It's bad for the sword.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It dulls the sword. Why? Why?
I never fail.
He never fails.
He
has a very
sounds
large
French.
bird on his hat. Oh, he's French. No.
I hear the winds.
The Lady of the Lake.
I
And
will
Joan of
never relent.
Arc. I mean, I'm sorry.
Joan of Arc
Yeah, they're just shooting for Joan of Arc there with that one.
with a page boy haircut.
Yep.
Or no, Mrs. Swan. That's what she looks like.
Ah.
And then
Ready to serve.
And we have our wood elves.
nice.
I like the wood elves. Actually, specifically, I like Ents as much as I like orcs. I think Ents are awesome.
You are definitely, yeah.
I have tried playing Ent campaigns several times, and
Fire
have-
int.
Huh? He is an awesome Ent. Squish.
But he's a fire int. That doesn't work.
Sure it does.
He is a tree on fire. It's like a smoldering log.
Yep, basically. But they
Okay.
are very hard to play. And
Yes.
it's the economy. So you have one base, and you can kill off all the other wood elves to gain more bases. But that's it. That's all you get. When you capture a town in a dwarven territory or in the mountains or something like that, you don't get their town. You get to put an outpost. And that's it.
Well, they have to have all that. Like they have to get the amber for the oak or something.
Yeah, exactly. They have to get the amber for the oak, and your troops cost amber, and a bunch of your technologies cost amber, and it is an utterly infuriating system. And I am not particularly
Spirit of
good at it.
Warhammer.
Like, I'm
Not your
sure if I
playstyle.
really wanted to, I play this game for fun, but this is the chaos itself. They don't have actual places. You are a roving band of unpleasantness. And apparently 10 downloadable content
Oh,
that I don't have. Oh, these are the 2 new ones over
I
here.
am sworn to
This guy and
Dragonfire
this guy are
runs
good.
through
Or
no
new.
rest. I was born. None can best me in battle.
I believe there's
looks
a-
like She-Ra.
Oh, but the Beastmen are I just don't have that one.
Introduction.
Beastmen are the same. They're another roving band. It's not exactly my cup of tea. There was more,
Does he have
wasn't
crab arms?
there? Oh, there's a new. Oh yeah. So you have this. This is the new one of the new guys.
For
from
now
the
and
the-
ever.
He's pretty gross looking.
Yeah. That yeah.
And then you have the moon crook. These are goblin based instead of. Oh look, squigs.
Squig!
Squig. Squigs are awesome. And then a new
True
dwarf.
king of 8 peaks.
His hard.
The biggest,
He's hard.
meanest
And
gobbo.
there's
Defender of the
this dude
faith.
too. Thought I had him.
Glowy as well.
I'm not gonna buy anything today though, so.
No, you have plenty of options already.
Yeah, what do we think?
You know you want to be the orc or the ant.
No, I'm not doing the ints. I've had enough pain. I think I'm gonna do just the regular.
Great prophet. I am true power.
Which orc?
I have seen the future.
I like the dancing orc. I don't know why.
I, as my mystic powers.
Because he is the great green prophet.
No, this. Oh yeah.
No,
But no, he wants
the dancing one.
The dancing
what
one?
should be
Okay.
ours.
Which one do you want to play? I like watching that one dance.
I was actually thinking this
Ready for
guy.
murdering.
Oh, the one that wants to murder. He's gonna murderize everybody.
Murderize all y'all.
The crown's
He's the only one I haven't played yet. That's the other reason why I kind of wanted to play him.
Do that one.
Okay.
Bring on the orcses.
Bring on the orcs.
Is he Gorka or Morka?
The Gork and Mork thing is more
Yeah.
of a 40k kind of thing. I think they still do
Ah.
that in this. They pray to both Gork and Mork.
Yeah. Just depends on which attribute they want more.
Yeah, basically. Alright, so we're going to start off with these guys. And I'm going to kind of go through and tell you guys a little bit how to play and things like that, but I think this, if you're new to Total War games, this is a lot easier to play than the regular Total War games where you're playing with, because this has heroes regardless. Oh, I definitely think he'd let you braid it if you told him you were going to braid it. I don't think he can run away from you, Misty.
I'm not seeing braids on that one. Just letting
I
you
want
know.
to see it. I'll help you. I'll hold him down. It'll be fun. She said glowy eyes, but unfortunately it didn't pop into my chat until too late.
We're going with the standard gonna murderize.
Yeah. Come on.
Orc
Alright.
smash.
Crag is yours, my brutal lord. The Badlands beyond lay open for conquest.
Let it do
This
its little thing.
area is dominated by tribes of inferior greenskins.
Inferior.
On the
green
plains
skins.
to the west, Rotgut's Red Fangs mass against you, angry at the loss of their stronghold. Proving your utter superiority over Gorfang should be your first calling. Vanquish the Red Fang, and tribes of lesser orcs will flock to your banner, freeing your mobs to look further afield for lands to conquer. The stunted dwarfs that dwell in the mountains around you should provide plentiful quarry. Your enemies are belligerent and won't necessarily cow down to your indomitable will. They need to be tamed, broken, or annihilated.
Does he have a chicken on his shoulder?
It's a raven.
Ah. It could be a chicken.
All right. So you get your little missions issued here. It tells you defeat the faction in the Battle of Red Fang. And it'll give you 1,000 gold. Now, if you notice here, it says 7,000, and then I'm getting 3,188. If you start the normal game without the radius mod, you will get nowhere near that amount of money. So there are many factions where Total War has just, they completely unbalance it and make them unplayable by not giving them enough income resources. So this little bar right here, this is your warg bar, and it gives you a free army, which is great. It does cost you, or it doesn't cost you any money, and it's kind of neat, but you have to do enough damage to get to this. You have to kill characters, things like that, raid areas, all that kind of fun stuff. But what Radius found out was Radius goes through and gathers up all the complaints from all the Total War fans and fix all the problems. So the
Nice.
orcs have more money now. I like how he's yelling in my ear.
Blah!
Yeah,
I can do it too.
Bah! But so they go through and they give us more money, basically, so we can actually do what the army wants us to do. Because if I don't have enough money, I can't expand, because that costs me money. I can't keep up an army. And if I can't do that, then I lose this, and then my troops will go away. So it kind of turns into this vicious cycle of, we're not going to give you enough money, because in our eyes, we're trying to balance the giving you a free army thing. Well, the free army isn't really under your control. You can tell it where to go, but that's it. You don't control it beyond that. So it usually gets slaughtered pretty quick because it's not the best troops. It's just like a rise up of rabble, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So
Alright,
the
so you
Raven,
have to squish the red things?
hold on, Misty. The Raven in this is he's actually Zinj, which is a chaos god, and if you play the chaos go through, he will actually turn into a giant two-headed bird dragon thingy that fights you as chaos. Fights against you because chaos eat their own. Spoiler alert, in case anybody wanted to know. Alright, so we are going to start right off. What? I said. Alright, so I've got a catapult. That will do me well. I got one cavalry. One archer.
Do you have one food again?
Huh? There is no food. This only... So food is a new aspect because it's a newer game. This is a slightly older game. This doesn't have food. It only has money. In scrap. Yeah. That's actually a new mechanic that's something they must have added in with the new character. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, they can make stuff. Hey, okay, orc technology concerns me.
Orc technology is amazing.
Not doing it.
Because they're just like, I'm going to just put this together and it's going to work.
Okay. Would you mind doing what I tell you? That's exactly what I just... Oh, I should have read that. It had the scrap part. There we go.
But they're prepared for murdering.
Battle is upon us.
All right.
Study your options carefully.
Go away.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
I'll explain it. There's this little bar here. Now, if you remember in the short-lived Total War 3 Kingdoms, they have fixed this problem. So this tells me that actually what I'll do is this. Quick save. So always quick save when you're going into a battle. Always, always, always. Because sometimes doing the auto resolve will generate better results than doing it yourself. So what I have done many times in the past is I've clicked the auto resolve, seen what the outcome is, fought the battle, reloaded, fought the battle myself, and see which one comes out better. It's just how it is. I mean, but this little bar is very deceiving because there's times when you'll have two armies and you outnumber a single army, literally 2 to 1, and it'll give you a percentage that is like down here, like your yellow is here, which is your ability to win, in the red, goes all the way up here, and then you go and actually fight the battle, and you'll wipe the floor with them because you outnumber them immensely. So don't trust the battle bar in the Total War Warhammer system here, Total Warhammer 2. It's not correct. Now in the other game, the Three Kingdoms, it absolutely works out almost 100% that way every single time. I have never seen it not work in either the favor of the player, if it says it is, or in the favor of the other side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you have an auto bonk button, and on this one, sometimes it just doesn't work as well as it should.
Well, sometimes it basically just wants you to lose.
It fracks you over.
Yeah, so just don't use it all the time. The auto button, don't use it unless you have to, or if you're so out. If it's all the way over here, then go ahead and use it. You'll see me do that a couple
Auto
of times.
bonk.
No, I'm gonna fight this one. It's the first battle.
Auto
I'm gonna
bonk.
fight it. No auto bonk.
It's like saying auto bonk.
Auto bonk.
See? It's fun to say. Oh, it says to get the high ground. It's very wise.
What's that?
The high ground. It says to get the high ground.
Yeah. Let's see if there is any actual high ground.
Your soldiers are ready to deploy for battle, my lord. They await your
This
orders.
is my high ground.
It's not much.
It isn't. There are other maps where it's better, but I will actually take it this time because I'm gonna take these dudes and I'm gonna put them. Oh, nope, right here. And then basically what I'm going to do, I'll put you right up here in the front. Now these guys have auras. You can, when I put my cursor on them, you see the blue aura. That's a morale boost, or in this particular case, what does he have? He has You're Next. This is a hex. It's an actual spell you cast. But there are other things that are like auras, and everywhere around him will get a defensive boost or an offensive boost, things like that. It's magical abilities that help out. So, Great Axe. Man, I should have done that beforehand. I will show you all the stats on that later. I know what they do. Great Axe are better at... Go away, little dude. Anti-large. The swords...
Anti-large.
Yeah, so... Anti-large would be... trolls and other singularly larger creatures. And then you have your cavalry, which is basically anti-archer. Catapult is anti-everything.
Catapults don't discriminate.
They do not. Pikemen are anti-cavalry. If that makes sense. You know, you stick.
They stab the horsies.
They stab the horsies. They break charge is what they do. So they'll have buffs against that particular kind of creature.
The immortals are ready.
Alright. And always, watch your skirmish mode. When you have archers, turn it off. Unless you have, like, cavalry archers. Because if you don't, these little dudes, they'll come up here and they'll fight in the line where your guys can still shoot an arc over them. And they will run back and then be turned the wrong way and then not do anything. And always click them on guard mode, because if you don't, if you say, oh, I want this specific archery unit that you can hit them. And then when that unit breaks and runs away, they'll start running through your melee line to try to go after them. So put them on guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real unpleasant when they do that kind of stuff.
Is there friendly fire in this?
Be sure to position your troops accurately in
absolutely.
battle, my lord. Drag out your formations for best effect.
The Blackhawks will win. Go, boys.
That one sounds confident.
They shoot
I mean,
goblins
I always
at people.
that's their ammunition.
Yes. Yes, it is. I love orcs.
I hadn't considered goblins as ammo.
Then you do not know the way of the orcs.
Hmm. Do you have any squigs in your ranks? Are they gonna go bite?
No.
Their ammo is screaming.
Yes, their ammo is screaming.
Your ranged weapons may prove decisive in the coming battle, Commander. Bring them to bear against the enemy from afar, but be sure to protect them as well.
How do you do you have to abduct more goblins? Or do you have
No,
like a
they
breeding
just-
supply?
They just have a fairly good supply of them.
Go, boys! Shift aim!
Oh, they're gonna sneak.
Run, boys!
They are a very slow cavalry.
They have slow horses.
Moving
Well, they're dogs,
fast.
actually. Or boars. No, these ones have boars.
They don't have any squigoths?
No, that's a 40k thing.
Oh.
Show us the enemy!
You think it would work here, because it looks very, Oliphant.
I agree.
That is the new green! Smash 'em!
Moving fast!
Smash the bits! Let's do this!
See what I did there is I basically cast a spell on him to make him
The
weaker.
enemy attack your flank, Commander. Drive them off.
They do not attack my flank. They do not attack my flank.
From where?
I have no idea.
Ready to match! Dicksmith needs blood!
See, by ignoring my cavalry, I now have their archers well and truly in hand.
Nice.
The enemy commander runs from the field, my lord, and a sorry spectacle it is too. His army, the enemy general, is slain, my lord, cursing your name with his dying breath. Send his army after him.
Gonna squish them all?
Oh yeah. Now when you see those little green tornadoes and stuff like that, they're actually losing morale and they're starting to flee for the most. If that makes sense.
Boys!
I'm gonna actually break this unit off.
Time for
Actually,
slaughtering!
go attack that. You
Go,
attack that.
boys!
No, those are spears. Never mind. Attack them.
Smash 'em! Boys!
You attack them.
Blackhold's good! Oh, smell fear!
Get over there. Do it.
Ready?
There. Go after them.
Boys!
So I broke all the armies. Now it's time to chase down some dudes.
See, if you had the one that danced, you'd be doing a
Alright, shut up.
victory
You're
dance
probably
right
hitting
now.
more of my guys than you are of theirs. Well, that's not true, actually. Here. I'm gonna make you. Okay, they were hitting the right one. Yeah, he's gonna slowly chase them down. Does that do a movement speed? Oh, movement speed. Get him. Why won't you? do it?
Watching a snail race.
Oh, sorry. Here. Click the button, make them go faster. Yeah, they're all gonna get away. Anyway, so I'm gonna end battle.
Lamentations of their women and all.
Yeah, I lost a little bit. My catapults did a lot of work, 188 kills. The
Nice.
Axemen did a whole lot at 177. So, tactics like that where you run your cavalry around, that's pretty basic cavalry, or basic, tactics. But it's fairly effective, too. Reason why it's been used for so long.
Victory is yours, my lord. But what about the fate of those captured in battle? It can be beneficial to hold them, but sometimes leniency or brutality can be worth more.
I could eat them.
Oh,
I can
wow.
slaughter the captives. Which, recruitment, rank plus 75% for all units, and leadership plus 3. Or I can get money. In this particular case, I actually need to refill my units, so I'm going to eat them.
Nice.
Keep moving.
Alright. Mission successful. So I actually beat this mission and got 1,000 gold.
Gorfang may think that his fortress at Iron Rock will provide him cover, but he is mistaken. Drive his forces out and take another of his strongholds as your own.
Will do, boss man.
You have obtained some scrap, my lord.
Alright, let's see how
The
this works.
spoils of war are not just the looted wealth of defeated foes, but also scrap materials from their weapons and armor, which can be repurposed to equip your own troops.
You're murderous little hoarders.
Yep. Fashion a hodgepodge of armor and weapons and equipment. Let's see.
Or you could make an art installation. Your orc noises went away.
Did they?
Yep. Yep, I'm not getting any orc noises on Discord.
I'm not. They're not making any noises right now either.
Ah,
It might be because of that.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, orcs are not quiet.
No, they are not. I killed their enemy leader, or enemy general, whatever you want to call him. Now, if you notice, whereas I had 2 red bars before, I'm now just a little bit into the Mabasta, where I have 10% growth, obedience, leadership, and recruitment is -4 for all armies. So it looks like
Ready for murder.
by regiments of renown. So oh, leveling up. Cool. All right. So here's a big difference too. Now in the main game, you get 1 skill point for every level, and that is absolutely terrible.
Just one?
Yeah, you get just 1 per level. Now, the first, 10 levels is easy. However, the AI, in all games, cheats severely.
Yeah.
So, you'll go up against a level 20 dude who, there's no feasible way your warlord would be able to keep up. So, can't do that yet. So, inspiring Route Master always gives you more movement on the campaign map. And plus 20% armor sounds good for me for right now. Turn him in kind of a tank. Now it said something about scrap upgrades. Okay. Scrap upgrades. Ah, okay. I don't have the technology for that yet. Okay, so that's how that works. So scrap goes to, like this guy I might actually have the technology for. No.
It's just
I don't.
raw materials kind of deal.
Yeah, so in the unit you can actually upgrade them in particular ways. Spiky weapons versus scrappy armor, things like that. I'll actually show you the... This has got the... Over here won't let you just accidentally skip something and never do it because you didn't know it was an action. It'll put it right here. Kind of like the way Civ does for us, where it'll tell you, hey, this unit hasn't moved. So, here's your skill trees. You have the Warg, which is what you always start with. Go big. Growth plus, go bigger, sorry. Gives you plus 10 growth. Gobby Gobos. Leadership plus 2 for goblin units. Missile strength, upkeep, minus 2 for goblin units. And then go faster. Campaign movement speed plus 10%. I'm going to go with that. Being able to get across the map is far more effective than it even rightly seems. Oh, that's neat. That's the other thing scrap can do. Okay. You see it there?
Where?
You can spend
Ooh.
your scrap to learn skills. That's...
The heavy metal?
Huh?
The heavy metal one down there?
Yeah, heavy metal. Yeah, 50. Yeah, right down there.
And sharper stabbers.
Sharper stabbers. And this is why I like them so much. Big and better bosses. Heavy gloves. Alright. Settlement upgrade ability. Alright. Alright, so you have this many boxes. You'll get them over time as you level up, like Black Crag. You can go to the building browser, and it gives you a whole list of all the different things you can do. Now, so it says I have 2 landmarks in here. Big Fort and Dork's Rock.
Nice.
I like that. Now these are things you can't get to level 4 and level 5. Everything in a row is part of the same tree, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
But as you level up the thing, it'll go up to here. Now there are big cities, like main cities like that, like with lots of different ones, and then you have like the ones like Iron Rock, where it's only got 4. They only go to level 3, so you can't get anything higher than this level. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll have the territory stuff in those, and we'll have the unit stuff that has to get to at least level 4 to get maximum potential. Those you'll put in your bigger cities. Things like that.
Okay.
A lot of the bigger cities, though, have certain things that you will almost always want to put in, like Cave of Shinies. I want my 600 gold to turn. Sorry, that's going to happen. And I can upgrade to level 2 in 3 turns. I can't. But yeah, prioritize money above most other things when it comes to this game. And on each little one, it'll actually tell you if there's a specialty resource. Like this one has timber, which gives you more money. I haven't seen those yet. Like this one has a little gold bar because it had the Cave of Shinies. This one has pastures, which gives you food. It's gonna give you money in this case for the orcs. However, Skavens have to have these pastures for their thing to work because they actually require food.
Yeah.
And you will find that Skaven will often attack these cities just to be able to do that. So if you have a city that is, suitable climate. So this one is a ruin. That means there's nothing actually living here yet. See, this is a Skaven unit. And I'd be willing to bet he went to go check out Crack of 8 Peaks because he wants that. He wants the food. Okay, so looking at this little bar here. So you have your corruption details. So untainted is where you want to stay. That's for orcs. Now, if you are chaos, you want that number higher. Obviously, vampires, you want that number higher. Now, on the flip, Skaven have to run this balance between Skaven corruption and untainted. Because if they have too much Skaven corruption, it'll spawn a random entire Skaven crazy army. So you kind of have to balance those two things out as Skaven. Right, we'll go to the next turn. So, I'd be willing to bet that this isn't actually abandoned. This ruins right here, that it's actually a Skaven town. They have the ability to do that. They create what they call under-empires.
Your path of violence and destruction has begun, mighty lord. Your reputation growing with every victim and settlement that falls before you. Continue warmongering, and you will eventually gain momentum enough to make the call to war.
And that's when this will
Knowledge
go
of
off.
your own strengths is vital if any conquest is to succeed. Your kind are wild and barbarous, my lord. Success will never be won around the table, but on the battlefield.
Yeah. Orcs are one of the few that get negative towards their own clan for making peace treaties with other things.
Let's fight! Attack!
The city has been reached, and your warriors are prepared for battle, mighty lord. Study your options, nevertheless. Encircling the enemy and starving them out may be the wisest course of action.
Yeah,
This will be good.
only because I want to. Oh, I can't do that in this. So I didn't actually mean to back off.
Kill them all!
I'm actually going to break the siege. Because I want more units.
Let's go.
And to do that, I got to go to...
This battle leads to war.
Global recruitment is available to boost your armies far from home, my lord. Yet such flexibility comes at a price. Build your forces close to home where possible.
Yeah, so it costs me more to recruit troops in global, and it takes longer. I'm actually not going to do that. I have another plan. Actually, I might still do that. We will
Your
take those two
recruitment
for now.
facilities are at maximum capacity, my lord. Training
They're
of
not.
additional recruit.
Be quiet over there. You don't know what you're talking about. But I am going to recruit a lord. So you have Orc War Boss, which are the melee fighters, and the Shaman, which are magic users. I'm going to actually get a Goblin Great Shaman.
The time's ready!
And gather up those. In turn, You still there, Rebecca?
The enemy bring reinforcements to the fight. Will an attack be wise?
Hmm. Oh, I didn't save. Oh, poopy pants. Well, it looks like I'm all by myself again. So, Nate might jump on here a little bit later, but alright, so we're going to look for our high ground. Since they're attacking me, they will in fact come after me, which will make this quite a bit easier. Again, put my catapults in the back. My dude up front. My archers right behind him. These dudes right here. Big ones right, oh, backwards. Right here. Spearmen over here. Let's see, let's set that right there.
Your army marches into battle with great powers, my lord. Be sure to make use of them.
Run, boys!
You're the boss!
Mook says do it! Go, boys! Shifted!
Fairly certain the catapults will do some fairly good work here. Though they have a lot of guys, they do have the cavalry unit that should be able to come behind and rather effectively slaughter their archers once they stop.
The high ground is yours, Commander.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna get shut off here in a little bit. Oh boy. Let's speed this up. That's what's taking forever. If I keep them far enough away, for the most part, they'll just ignore them. If nothing else, they'll pull off a unit of, well, it looks like a unit of spearmen and a unit of,
Your troops will fire at will without...
oh, they caught him. That's okay. Still got their archers. Here, we'll go back to normal speed. Pull them out.
Moving fast! Run, boys!
Do what I tell you.
Go, cows!
Please, Gobbos!
Gonna kill him!
The lads are ready!
I love the orcs.
Do this!
On Grindor! Boys!
We use Gobbos!
When I fuck you!
Please, better than them! Running! Moving
Your
fast!
troops come under fire, Commander. Have them find cover or eliminate the source.
Gotta stab 'em! Running!
No, why are you in melee?
Moving fast! Running! Moving fast! Running!
I would just let you pick your own fights. Because apparently that's what you want.
And fight!
I'm the best!
Alrighty. Yeah, fire at them. Blow them up.
Let's scrap! Let's do this!
The enemy waver, my lord. Their troops begin to flee. Run the cowards down!
There we go. Haha, got their commander. Oh, do not let him run.
I'm gonna stop him!
Alrighty.
Gonna kill him!
Battles!
Gotta kill him!
Say my name! Say my name! Jump
Your warriors tire, mighty lord. Their exertions dull their ability to fight. Give them time to rest, even amidst the thickest of battles.
Shifting! Bring it! Oh boys! Slaughter!
Stab him!
Move out, lads!
Dick Snick needs blood! Time to get mean! Ready to kill! Moving fast! Oh boys! Come on boys!
Your warriors begin to rally, sire. Steady their nerves, and they will be able to rejoin the fight.
That is a really good ability. That warg ability is awesome. I wasn't paying attention to that. That's new. So plus 10 to leadership, base weapon damage, armor penetration, immune to psychology is really good. There. That's 2 sets of enemies seen off. Hoo-wee. 182 with them catapults. Though the big axe guys were doing well too at 155. 107 from my cavalry. Alrighty. We are going to eat those troops. Now. Nope, he's running away. You can click this little button here to
Assistance
make
is
that go by
available
faster
should
as
you
well.
need it, my lord. You may rely upon it.
Armor gain. So the you actually get little effects like.
Gork's fist.
So in here you have your details. So now he has dragon helm. So now he has the armor, and you'll also get banners and followers, things like that. They all add to the overall thing. Again, I got more skills. Bellower, leadership size plus 25%. I don't think I want that yet. Deadly blade, we're going to give him a little more of that and a little more health. Still got 1 turn for those 2 units. Now, if you notice a difference between this one and the previous one I did, when I get a unit, I get it full size. I don't have to wait for it to refill. Again, that's a mechanic that makes things easier for the game. Oh yeah, he actually has to stay like that. Okay. So you got
Nasty
that. So I'm
magic.
just going to end this turn real quick. It'll be easy enough. And I should get a skill or unlock that as well. This should be 3 turns since I did that. We'll go through one siege battle here on Iron Rock. I'll fight it on screen, and then we'll end the stream. And every time I'll try to give you guys some hints and tricks that I know. I'm not the best player at this game, but it is a lot of fun. If you want like expertise and stuff like that, there are better ones. Or people who played Total War games a lot better than I do. I do recommend getting any Total War game
Be sure
as
to
cheap
make
as
use
possible.
of the underway when moving
So,
your boys
Make
through
sure to look
difficult
around the internet
terrain, mighty
before
lord.
just getting them on Steam.
Much time can be saved when moving
They
below
never,
ground.
ever go on sale on Steam. As you can see, my building here upgraded to level 2, which gives me access to more of that. These are, looks like I got some wolf den, which gives me some goblin riders, goblin toolbox. We also have, so this lets you find the Skaven cities underneath. These are going to be for things, obedience plus 5%, untainted plus 2, and then some. Oh, whoops. Some of those lead into other things like goblin big boss, and then knobs up here. So when I get to level 4, I will have knobs. I'll actually take this one this turn, and then I'm gonna also take. I got that. Probably gonna take this. This gives me better research rate, but you'll see on let's see, some of the you'll see the little ticks here. some of these actually will require certain... Hold on, I can't see that because that guy's in the way. They'll actually require things. They'll be in red. Doesn't look like orcs really have this much by the looks of what I've seen. But there are many other factions where they'll actually require certain buildings to be able to produce a certain version of each unit. You'll get the base version, and then there's a slightly better version if you have a, let's say in this case, if you have the, unlocks recruitment of Doom Diver catapults. So in this case, snow trolls. See how it's red? It means I don't have this unit. Requires secondary building, scarred spiders, and that is. That might be a. Scarred Spiders grounds. So to get that unit, you have to have this. So it looks like they may have changed that in the recent new stuff where they moved them over to actually being a part of the building versus being part of the in the tree for the previous building, for the fight buildings or the recruitment buildings, which I actually kind of like. That's actually a pretty good change. And that might also be a radius mod change. But I am, in fact, going to take this in this particular case. Now, when I get a new city, you'll see that I'll probably demolish this building, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's got a 4-tier. Never mind. There are many that have just 3-tier of their base units. Oh, my technology finished.
I'm special.
Alright, now there's multiple movement. You can march stance, which means you can move farther. Ambush, you can set up a little ambush if you know they're coming around to come get you, and you actually get an advantage on that. There's also the underway, which allows you to pass through underground. There's an underground system, which I'm actually going to use this time, because you'll watch, I will pop up right on the other side over there. Or I won't, because I hit the wrong button. See how he just appears over there? That is from the underground. Now, you can be ambushed if, let's say this warlord had the trait to do it, or the troops to do it. He can actually ambush my guy in the underway, and he can't have reinforcements from other units. So if I have a 2-stack doing that, two different generals kind of moving together like you'll see me start doing here, it won't, I will only get one, and a lot of times it'll go real bad for you. And you can't retreat from it either. That's the worst part. So that is the trade-off for doing the underway.
Ready for murder.
Remember that you can use your scrap to fashion better weapons and armor for your mobs. Some are a ragtag bunch, which could certainly do with them.
Heavy metal. So that's all the... oh, I got movement, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, so let's go check that out. Okay, so I have enough scrap now. I have 61 scrap. I can actually buy... Sharper Stabus. And no infighting. Casualty suffered all attrition. Income from post-battle loss. Loot. Oh. Not bad. I'll actually take that. And then I will learn that one. No. In order to research this technology, Oh, that's not nearly as good as I thought it was. So you actually have to have the... So I will do that one because it's only one away. You actually have to have the 50 in order to be able to do that. That kind of sucks, actually. I don't like that at all. That's another resource I now have to manage. Before I thought it was like it was adding bonuses. Now it's just something I have to do. And that becomes significantly more irritating.
Attack!
I thought I was close enough to do that. I will encircle this turn. I hope they don't jump out. I thought he was in reinforcement. He should be in reinforcement range. But he's... Okay. Oh, he's... No, not second.
The tribe's ready!
Anyway, I'll end this turn, and we will do the battle next turn. Alright. We'll see. Alright, so... So now you change him out of... Put him back in normal stance. I'll run him as close as I can. Now I'll attack them. Alright, we'll go through a quick siege battle here. This shouldn't take too terribly long. Quick save, in case we get a crash on the way out. You can set him to AI control. Don't ever do that. Unless you don't like your units. And then go right ahead. Oh, this doesn't actually have a walls. Eh. Well, that's disappointing. Well, we'll catch one next time. We'll do one last battle here, and that little meter you saw there was my magic. Now that I have a magic user, and he's gonna come, my reinforcements are coming from over here. So I'm going to actually set up all my troops. And you can group them up by doing that. So these makes them frontline units. And now I can do that. Before I didn't really have enough troops for that to really matter to me. I will set them back here. And these guys I'm actually going to send to the back here. They're a little beat up. Unless I really truly see a chance. Not really going to use them in this battle. Most of their stuff is pretty tore up anyway.
The terrain conceals the enemy's movements, Commander. We must be wary.
As you can see, my little bar just grew there because all the troops from the other guys just came in. As they come in, I'm going to take control. These are all melee troops. I'm going to take control of them all. I'll throw them into another group. And I'm actually going to just bring them right to the front. Take this guy. He's a caster. I'm going to put him in the back. And here's Vindictive Glare. It's a missile damage, and then you have Sneaky Stabby, armor piercing, and melee attack buff for himself.
Be sure to use your mounted soldiers to full effect, Commander. Harass the enemy formation and strike at their weakest points.
Choppers ready!
Where did my little archers go? Right there. Actually gonna have them. I'm actually just gonna have this unit run this one down and get my war boss into the middle of that fight. And we will use some magic now. Now you can see when it's blue, that means he can cast it from where he's standing. If it's red, he'll have to walk to it. I'm actually going to have him walk up and shoot those guys. Didn't have to walk very far. And, limited effectiveness on that one.
Don't watch ya! Please want more!
That's the warg thing. Increase that. I'm actually going to move my archers over here because they're doing nothing but pelting my own dudes now. And there is 100% friendly fire in this. And friendly units.
This one's a biggie!
Now it's good to keep back a unit. Now that I have more units, I'll start to show you. So they're going to start getting exhausted and stuff like that. I can actually move units out, move units in, things like that. It'll actually make me more effective in fighting. As you can see, this unit is now successfully chased them off and kept them basically out of my hair the whole time. I'll move my archers behind and start shooting them in the back.
Moving fast! Gonna kill him!
Go back to this guy. Magic. Nope, don't do that. I had it wrong.
Running! Moving fast!
And I want you to start shooting them in the back.
Dick him!
Please want more! Run, boys!
Now you can see they instantly started to waver because I'm now shooting them in the back, and they instantly broke.
Ah! Ah! We is better than them!
Boys! We're the grain tide!
Because I don't want to lose that whole thing. And small award boost.
There goes!
That one was fairly simple. Now the battles will get harder, they'll get better troops. Things like that. Now I can take my fresh dudes and I can start running down some troops. Units do get experience. I'm actually gonna put these guys on. What are you guys doing? Are you out of ammo? Just hold. Stop what you're doing. I don't want them to accidentally start shooting my own dudes in the back. Now the only reason why this hasn't ended yet is because these guys are gonna just sit there and chase him around. I'm actually okay with this. It allows my guys to get more experience. You can try, as you might, to chase down him.
Blood and slaughter!
Which I would like if you cast this on this guy. Run. Now, if you're going uphill and downhill, it actually does take into case. So if you're trying to run uphill, stuff like that, it'll actually exhaust your troops more. You'll still do the running, but when they get there, they're going to be a lot more tired. They finally ran them off. Where are my...
More boys!
They're slowly but surely catching up. And I have now captured this city. If I do speed it all up. You notice the noise dies down. Didn't used to do that in the first Total War Warhammer. I think they did it because it kept having audio glitches. As you can see that When they actually will start to slow down when they try to run through. Look at their little boars. Look at them run. Actually having a hard time keeping up with them. Run them down. Oh. So now it ended again. Didn't give me just the option because all of the troops have fled the battlefield. There's nothing else to do on the map. I deployed a significantly larger amount of people. It says I lost 229 troops out of the 1,121 that I had. That's a little more than I expected, but apparently their goblins were doing really well with 77 and 58. That's abnormal. I don't know who they were fighting. But again, catapults. Actually, the axemen did better this time. These guys did Duda of all. The numbers still catch up here. So I got 98 for the biggins here, or the orc boys here. Alright, now you have the 4 options. You can raise it. You can basically nuke the whole town. It becomes a ruin. You can sack it, which gives you the most gold, pisses off all the natives, and gives you 4% replenishment. However, it still remains the other side's thing. The enemy's fort. Or you can loot and occupy, which does a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So, but that's what I will do. I will loot and occupy.
Our Wolf Rider scouts report a force of dwarfs to the north, isolated from the safety of their hold. Slaughter them, and news will soon spread of your intent to break open the mountains.
And I will get to
Your
that.
territory